Why self-love matters. Welcome to today's video. Let's talk about something that is often overlooked yet absolutely essential to every woman's life: self-love. It's more than a trendy hashtag or a quick fix. It's the foundation of your confidence, your joy, and your ability to truly empower yourself. Without self-love, you might find yourself constantly seeking validation from others, measuring your worth by someone else's opinions, or feeling like you're never enough. But when you begin to love yourself deeply and unconditionally, you step into a power that no one can take away from you. That's the kind of transformation we're here to spark today. Let's be real, the world can be harsh on women. We're bombarded with messages that we're supposed to look a certain way, act a certain way, or meet impossible standards. We're taught to be selfless, to put others before ourselves, and to always keep the peace, even when it comes at the cost of our own well-being. And while kindness and compassion are beautiful qualities, too often we neglect the most important person in our lives: ourselves. That stops today. Self-love is about recognizing that you are worthy of love, respect, and care, not because of what you do for others, but simply because you exist. It's about understanding that you are enough just as you are. It's about showing up for yourself, even when no one else does. When you choose to prioritize your own needs, your own dreams, and your own well-being, you're not being selfish. You're practicing the ultimate form of self-respect. In this video, I'm sharing 8 powerful self-love tips that every woman should know. These are not quick fixes or surface-level tricks. They are real, actionable steps that can help you build a deep, unshakable love for yourself from the inside out. These tips will help you reclaim your power, set healthy boundaries, celebrate your journey, and embrace every part of who you are, flaws and all. Because when you love yourself fully, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop comparing yourself to others. You become unstoppable. I want you to understand that self-love is a journey, not a destination. It's a practice, a commitment you make every single day. There will be days when it's easy and days when it feels impossible. But every step you take toward loving yourself more deeply is a victory worth celebrating. So as we move through these 8 tips, I invite you to open your heart, to let go of any judgment, and to truly believe that you are deserving of love, especially from yourself. Get ready to unlock the most powerful version of you. Let's dive into these life-changing self-love tips, and together, let's empower ourselves to live the lives we were always meant to live. Embrace your imperfections. The first step on your self-love journey is learning to embrace your imperfections. We live in a world that's obsessed with perfection. Every magazine cover, every social media feed, every advertisement seems to scream at us: "You're not good enough. Fix this, change that, cover this up." But here's the truth: perfection is a myth. And your imperfections are what make you uniquely beautiful. Every scar, every stretch mark, every wrinkle, every so-called flaw is a part of your story. They're reminders of your strength, your resilience, and your journey. Those lines on your face? They're a roadmap of every time you've laughed, every time you cried, every time you've overcome something that once felt impossible. Those scars? They're proof that you survived, that you healed, and that you grew stronger. When you embrace your imperfections, you stop letting them define you. You step into your authentic self. Think about how many hours, days, or even years you've spent worrying about what others might think of your looks, your abilities, or your choices. Imagine what would happen if you redirected that energy into loving yourself instead. How unstoppable would you be? Here's the thing: no one is looking at you as closely as you're looking at yourself. Most people are too busy worrying about their own imperfections to notice yours. And the people who truly matter, the ones who see your heart, your kindness, your strength, don't care about the size of your waist or the smoothness of your skin. They care about the light you bring into their lives. Self-love starts with acceptance. It's about standing in front of the mirror and saying, "This is me. I am not perfect and I don't need to be. I am enough just as I am." It's about letting go of the constant need to compare yourself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy. It distracts you from your own path and robs you of your confidence. Remember, no one else has your exact story, your exact gifts, or your exact purpose. You were created to shine in your own unique way. Today, I challenge you to make peace with your imperfections. Instead of hiding them, embrace them. Instead of criticizing them, celebrate them. Every part of you tells a story of courage and resilience. The next time you catch yourself focusing on a flaw, shift your perspective. See it as a badge of honor, a reminder that you are human, and that being human is beautiful. When you truly embrace your imperfections, you set yourself free. You free yourself from the chains of unrealistic expectations. You free yourself to live authentically, to show up fully, and to love yourself deeply. And that, my friend, is the foundation of true empowerment. So take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and say it with me. I am imperfect, I am enough, and I am proud of the woman I am becoming. Practice positive self-talk. Let's talk about one of the most powerful tools for self-love: positive self-talk. Every woman knows that voice inside her head, the one that whispers doubts, criticizes every move, and magnifies every mistake. It's the voice that says, "You're not good enough," or "You'll never succeed." That inner critic can be louder than any outside noise, and if we let it, it can hold us back from reaching our fullest potential. But here's the good news. You can choose to talk to yourself differently. You can choose to empower, uplift, and encourage yourself with every word you say. Positive self-talk is not about ignoring your flaws or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on your strengths, your potential, and the progress you're making. It's about recognizing that the way you speak to yourself shapes your reality. When you talk to yourself with kindness, you build confidence. When you remind yourself of your worth, you become unstoppable. Think about how you talk to your best friend when she's struggling. You offer her compassion, understanding, and encouragement. Now ask yourself this. Would you ever talk to her the way you sometimes talk to yourself? Would you call her a failure, tell her she's not good enough, or remind her of every mistake she's ever made? Of course not. So why do you do it to yourself? It's time to become your own biggest cheerleader. Instead of saying, "I'm so stupid," try, "I'm learning and I'm growing every day." Instead of saying, "I can't do this," remind yourself, "I can handle anything that comes my way." Instead of focusing on your flaws, celebrate your strengths. Every morning when you wake up, set the tone for your day with affirmations. Look in the mirror and say, "I am worthy, I am strong, I am enough." Repeat it until you believe it. Because what you tell yourself repeatedly becomes your truth. It's not just about daily affirmations though. It's about catching those negative thoughts in the moment and choosing to replace them. When that inner critic pipes up, "You're not good enough," respond with, "I am good enough and I deserve love and respect." When doubt creeps in, "I can't do this," answer with, "I am capable and determined." Remember, positive self-talk is a habit, and like any habit, it takes practice. You might not get it right every time, and that's okay. The key is to be patient and persistent. With every positive word, you're rewiring your brain to believe in yourself, to trust in your abilities, and to love yourself unconditionally. So, as you continue your self-love journey, make positive self-talk a non-negotiable part of your day. Talk to yourself like you would talk to someone you love deeply, because you deserve that kind of love from yourself. Every word you speak to yourself is a seed. Plant seeds of encouragement and watch yourself bloom into the strong, empowered woman you were always meant to be. Set boundaries to protect your energy. One of the most powerful acts of self-love is learning to set boundaries. As women, we're often conditioned to put others' needs before our own, to be nurturing, giving, and accommodating. While these qualities can be beautiful, they can also lead us to neglect our own needs and drain our emotional and physical energy. If you want to truly love yourself and thrive, you must learn to protect your energy by setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are bridges that guide others in how to treat you with respect. They teach the world how you expect to be treated, what is acceptable and what is not. When you lack boundaries, you risk becoming a doormat, allowing others to walk all over you. And let's be honest, that's not empowerment, that's self-neglect. Imagine you're a cup of water. Every time you say yes when you really want to say no, you pour a little bit of that water out. Every time you take on someone else's problems or put their needs above your own, you pour a little more. Eventually your cup is empty and you have nothing left for yourself. But when you set boundaries, you protect that water. You ensure that your cup stays full so that you can continue to pour into others from a place of abundance, not depletion. Setting boundaries might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to people-pleasing. But remember, every time you say no to something that drains you, you're saying yes to yourself. Every time you enforce a boundary, you're telling yourself, "I matter. My time, my energy, my well-being, they matter too." That is an act of self-love. Boundaries come in many forms. Saying no to things that don't align with your values. Limiting time with people who drain your energy. Taking breaks when you're feeling overwhelmed. Prioritizing self-care without guilt. Speaking up when something doesn't feel right. And here's the truth. The people who truly love and respect you will honor your boundaries. They will appreciate your honesty and your courage. The ones who push back, who try to make you feel guilty or selfish, those are the ones who benefited from your lack of boundaries. Remember, you are not responsible for other people's happiness or comfort. You are responsible for your own. Start small. Practice saying no without feeling the need to over-explain or apologize. Remind yourself that no is a complete sentence. Give yourself permission to rest, to recharge, and to prioritize your own needs. Boundaries are not selfish. They are essential. They are the foundation of healthy relationships, with others and with yourself. By setting boundaries, you empower yourself to live life on your terms, to protect your energy, and to stand tall in your own worth. So today, take a deep breath and ask yourself, where in my life do I need to set a boundary? What am I tolerating that's draining my spirit? Then commit to making a change, because you deserve to live a life that honors and protects your energy. Prioritize self-care like it's non-negotiable. Ladies, let's talk about something that every empowered woman needs in her toolbox. Self-care. Not the occasional spa day or bubble bath, though those are wonderful, but a consistent, deliberate practice of nurturing your mind, body, and soul. Because here's the truth. Self-care isn't selfish, it's survival. It's the foundation upon which you build every other part of your life. When you prioritize self-care, you're telling the world and yourself that you matter. You're declaring that your well-being is just as important as anyone else's. Too often women put themselves at the bottom of the list, sacrificing sleep, health, and joy in the name of productivity or caretaking. But how can you pour into others if your own cup is empty? How can you empower others if you're running on fumes? Self-care isn't just about pampering. It's about respecting yourself enough to recharge. It's about creating space in your life to rest, reflect, and renew. It's choosing to feed your body nourishing food, to move in ways that make you feel strong and alive, and to rest when your body tells you to. It's setting aside time for the things that bring you joy, whether that's reading a book, painting, dancing, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. It's also about taking care of your mental and emotional health. That might mean journaling to process your thoughts, practicing gratitude to shift your mindset, or seeking therapy to heal old wounds. It means choosing to surround yourself with people who uplift you and distance yourself from those who drain your spirit. Self-care also includes setting digital boundaries, putting down the phone, stepping away from social media, and giving yourself permission to disconnect from the noise. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with information, expectations, and comparisons. It's easy to lose yourself in the scroll. But when you prioritize self-care, you reclaim your time and attention. You remember that you are more than your likes and follows. You are a human being deserving of rest, joy, and peace. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Start small if you need to. 10 minutes of quiet in the morning, a walk outside during lunch, or a gratitude journal before bed. The key is consistency. Show up for yourself every day, even when life is busy, because when you do, you'll find that you're stronger, more resilient, and more empowered to face whatever challenges come your way. Remember, self-care is not a reward you earn after a hard day's work. It's a fundamental part of loving yourself. And it's a right you don't have to justify. So give yourself permission to prioritize you. You deserve to thrive, not just survive. So today, ask yourself, how can I care for myself today? What small act of love can I give myself right now? Then do it unapologetically. Because every time you prioritize self-care, you're saying, I am worthy. And that, my friend, is the most empowering thing you can do. Celebrate your strengths and achievements. Too often, as women, we are taught to downplay our accomplishments, to be humble to the point of invisibility. But let's break that cycle right here, right now. One of the most powerful acts of self-love is to celebrate your strengths and achievements, big and small. When you acknowledge and embrace what you've done, you build a sense of confidence that no one can take away from you. Think about all the times you've overcome challenges, even when you didn't think you could. Maybe it was finishing a difficult project, starting a new job, standing up for yourself in a tough situation, or simply getting out of bed on a day when everything felt overwhelming. Each of these moments is a victory worth celebrating. But often, we brush these moments aside, telling ourselves it was nothing, or anyone could have done it. Stop that. Every step you take forward deserves recognition, because every step contributes to the strong, independent woman you're becoming. Celebrating your strengths means making a conscious effort to acknowledge what you're good at. Are you a great listener, an amazing friend, a creative thinker, a hard worker? Write those qualities down. Keep them somewhere you can see them every day. It's easy to forget what makes you unique when life gets busy, but reminding yourself of your strengths is like giving your heart a high five. Also, celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Finished a workout? Celebrate. Cooked a healthy meal? Celebrate. Spoke your truth in a difficult conversation? Celebrate. These small celebrations build momentum, and they remind you that progress is progress, no matter how big or small. One powerful way to celebrate your achievements is through journaling. Each evening, take 5 minutes to write down 3 things you're proud of from that day. It could be as simple as making your bed, or as significant as reaching a career milestone. Over time, you'll have a journal full of reminders that you are capable, resilient, and worthy. You can also share your victories with supportive friends or family. Find people who will cheer you on, not tear you down. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher. Remember, celebrating your strengths and achievements is not arrogance, it's self-love in action. You're not bragging, you're affirming your worth. If you struggle with celebrating yourself, start small. Look in the mirror each morning and say, "I'm proud of you." That one sentence can shift your mindset from self-doubt to self-empowerment. And when you achieve something, pause to appreciate it. Don't just rush on to the next thing. Give yourself the gift of recognition. You deserve it. So today, stand tall in your strengths. Celebrate the woman you are and the woman you are becoming. Remember, every achievement is a brick in the foundation of your confidence. And every time you celebrate yourself, you empower yourself to go even further. Set boundaries that protect your peace. One of the most powerful ways a woman can practice self-love is by setting boundaries that protect her peace. Think about it. How often have you found yourself saying yes when you wanted to say no, staying silent to keep the peace, or overextending yourself to meet everyone else's needs while ignoring your own? Setting boundaries is not about shutting people out. It's about letting the right people in and keeping the wrong energy out. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define where you end and others begin. They tell the world how you expect to be treated, and they teach others to respect you. Without boundaries, you risk losing yourself, your time, your energy, and even your sense of self-worth. Start by recognizing the areas in your life where your boundaries might be weak. Do you find yourself constantly drained by certain relationships? Do you feel guilty for taking time for yourself? Do you let people's opinions dictate how you feel about yourself? These are signs that it's time to strengthen your boundaries. Setting boundaries requires courage because it might disappoint some people. But remember, your peace is not up for negotiation. You can't empower yourself if you're constantly sacrificing your mental and emotional health for others. Boundaries aren't walls that shut everyone out. They are doors that you control, letting in what empowers you. Practical boundaries might include saying no to things that don't align with your values or priorities. It might mean limiting the time you spend with toxic people or refusing to engage in conversations that make you feel small. It could also be about protecting your time, carving out space for rest, creativity, and joy without feeling guilty. Communicating your boundaries is key. Be clear, be kind, but be firm. You don't owe anyone an explanation for taking care of yourself. Saying, "I appreciate your request, but I need to focus on myself right now," or "I'm not available to discuss that at the moment," is perfectly acceptable. Remember, no is a complete sentence. Enforcing your boundaries might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to being a people pleaser. But trust me, every time you honor your boundaries, you reinforce the message that your needs matter. You show yourself and others that your peace is valued. Boundaries are an act of self-respect. They allow you to show up in the world as your best self, energized, authentic, and empowered. When you set boundaries, you create space for growth, healing, and joy. So today, reflect on where you need stronger boundaries. Ask yourself, what do I need to feel safe, respected, and empowered? Then take one small step to set that boundary. Because protecting your peace is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself. Remember, you are not here to please everyone. You are here to live a life that honors your spirit and empowers your heart. And that starts with setting boundaries that protect your peace. Embrace growth and keep evolving. Self-love isn't a destination, it's a journey that never truly ends. One of the most empowering things a woman can do is to embrace growth and keep evolving. Too often we think of self-love as a static state, like once you've found it, you're done. But real self-love means continuously learning, growing, and becoming the best version of yourself. Embracing growth starts with accepting that you are a work in progress. That doesn't mean you're not good enough right now. It means you honor your journey and recognize that every experience, good or bad, shapes you into a stronger, wiser, and more empowered woman. Growth requires courage because it means stepping out of your comfort zone and facing the unknown. Sometimes growth means letting go of things that no longer serve you. That could be old habits, negative thought patterns, or even relationships that drain your energy. Letting go is an act of self-love because it creates space for something better. Think of it like clearing out your closet. You can't make room for new clothes if it's already full of things that don't fit or bring you joy. Other times, growth is about stepping into opportunities that scare you a little. Maybe it's taking a class you've always wanted to try, applying for a job that challenges you, or sharing your voice in a way you never have before. Each time you do something that stretches you, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagine. Growth also means embracing self-compassion. Understand that you will make mistakes. That's part of being human. Instead of beating yourself up, treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this experience make me stronger? This shift in perspective turns setbacks into stepping stones. One of the best ways to embrace growth is to set goals that inspire you. They don't have to be huge. Small, consistent goals can have a big impact over time. Maybe you want to read more books, learn a new skill, or practice daily gratitude. Whatever it is, celebrate every step you take toward those goals. Remember, progress, not perfection, is what matters. Surround yourself with people who support your growth. Find mentors, friends, or communities that encourage you to keep reaching higher. Let go of those who make you feel small or hold you back. Growth thrives in positive environments. Most importantly, remind yourself that you are worthy of growth. You deserve to invest in yourself, to dream big, and to become the woman you're meant to be. Every day is a chance to start fresh, to learn, and to evolve. So embrace the journey, keep moving forward, keep becoming. Because when you choose growth, you choose yourself. And that is the most beautiful act of self-love you can give yourself. Remember, you are not here to stay the same. You are here to rise, to shine, and to inspire the world with your strength and resilience. So sister, keep growing, keep evolving, and know that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the empowered, unstoppable woman you are destined to be. Sisters, as we come to the end of this journey, let's pause for a moment and reflect on all the incredible ways you can love yourself and empower your life. Self-love is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the foundation that allows you to rise above challenges, embrace your strengths, and step into your true potential. Throughout this video, we've explored the essential tips every woman should know to build an unshakable sense of self-love. We've talked about accepting yourself fully, flaws and all, because you are a masterpiece in progress. We've discussed the power of nurturing your mind and body, understanding that your health is the bedrock of your confidence and energy. We've emphasized the importance of positive self-talk, reminding you that your words have the power to heal, uplift, and inspire you to greatness. We've explored the beauty of setting boundaries that protect your peace, boundaries that define what you allow into your life and what you leave behind. We've reminded you that your peace is priceless, and it's up to you to guard it fiercely. We've highlighted the value of celebrating your uniqueness, embracing your journey, and acknowledging that you are worthy of love, success, and joy. We've also talked about surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, who cheer you on, and who celebrate your victories, no matter how big or small. And most importantly, we've reminded you that self-love is a lifelong journey of growth, evolution, and self-compassion. Self-love isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself every single day. It's about being your own best friend when the world feels heavy. It's about choosing to rise every time you fall and trusting that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the woman you are meant to become. Remember, the most powerful woman in the room is the one who knows her worth, who honors her boundaries, who believes in her dreams, and who refuses to shrink to make others comfortable. She stands tall, she speaks her truth, and she walks with grace and strength. And that woman is you. So as you walk away from this video today, carry these tips in your heart. Let them guide you, inspire you, and remind you that you are enough just as you are. Every day is an opportunity to practice self-love, to empower yourself, and to step into the extraordinary life that's waiting for you. Never forget that you are deserving of love, your own love. Because when you love yourself fiercely, unapologetically, and wholeheartedly, you open the door to a life of limitless possibility. Now, go out there and be the powerful, unstoppable, and radiant woman you were born to be. The world needs your light. Shine bright, beautiful soul. Remember, self-love is your superpower. Own it, live it, be it.